go. So, Jean, tell me, what is in this part 4 of this diorama exhibit at the Peabody? I've heard the name Watu, and I've heard the name Wigwam. Can you tell me the differences?
Except for the pronunciation, which is different, they actually mean the same thing.
So it's just more northern tribes would do wigwam and western tribes, and the Wampanoag, which is southern Massachusetts,
Right.
had Watu.
Right.
So tell me more about this exhibit, particularly the birch bark canoe here. Now, south of here, the Wampanoag used machoons, but this is birch bark up on the Merrimack?
The large birch trees from which they could get huge sheets of bark grew from north of the Merrimack, so that you don't find birch bark canoes south of the Merrimack unless they were traded with local Indians to the south. So, on the contrary, you can have dugout canoes in use both north and south of the Merrimack. They're known all the way through Canada, from east to west and north to south.
And what is that machoon? Is that a machoon there on the edge of the river?
Down in the gully there's a machoon, which is a log changed into a canoe by hollowing it out and forming the outsides to make it float.
And what else would you like to show us in this exhibit?
Well, I think I already mentioned the eels, but this fellow is...
Now, eels were used in the fall and the spring. This is a drying rack for eels?
That's a drying rack. They're put out in the wind and the sun to dry.
And the eels were an important source of food?
That's right. And they also used the skins for belting.
Oh. And tell us what else you'd like to point out.
Well, there's a woman pounding corn at the end of the longhouse.
And corn was in New England for how many years, do you think?
Probably around 500 years, not 1,000 years ago.
And so it was more modern.
That's correct.
And the other woman next to her is making a basket in the back of the longhouse.
That's correct, yes.
And what are the men doing under the large tree there?
Well, they're making apparently snowshoe frames. They've split long slats of wood, probably cedar and ash, and will make the ribs of, by bending them up. These have become the ribs of a canoe. They also could use the same staves for making snowshoes.
Well, thank you. This is very interesting exhibit that you can visit at the Peabody Andover Museum in Andover, Massachusetts.